Hey guys, so I want to do this real quickly because it's something that I have to get off my chest because, I got dropped off early about 2 hours ago. So I've been spending 2 hours eating breakfast, relaxing, stuff like that. I got to clock in about 15 minutes. So so during that time, of course, I got a call from my mom, and of course, she wanted to make sure I was at work. But then she also kind of got upset with me a little bit because apparently Amazon, companies like Amazon, can't seem to tell the difference. And I'm not just putting the blame on Amazon, but they're right at the top of the list here. But you would think any company that gives you a membership of any kind, if you will, I should say, of any kind, would only rely on the default payment. It would only rely on the default payment. In other words, not rely on the other backup payments, methods that you might have, but the one that you use the most. You think they would rely on that, right? But apparently, companies like Amazon don't. It's like if one payment method that you use doesn't have the money, even if it's the default, you decide, okay, I'm going to use the next best payment method. And that could be somebody else's account. Somebody else's account who decides, oh, okay, I'll let you keep it on there because I might want to get some things on my own. Or I might, want to shop for some gifts on my own and use my own money. That's fine and everything. That's fine. But the thing is, again, you think companies would understand that? You think these companies like Amazon would understand that these new accounts, these new payment method accounts that are being added are not the primary one, and that the primary one should be the one you focus on, not anybody else's. So even if the primary account or the primary payment method, if you will, doesn't have the money in there, then guess what? Just like with any membership or monthly payment or subscription, they don't have access until they make that payment. And that's it. That is it. Don't go and rely on somebody else's payment or other bank accounts or whatever. Don't go rely on those because the one that's the primary account doesn't have the money. Don't do that. You know what that makes any company like Amazon or Kohl's or whoever, Target, Walmart, whatever, you know what that makes a company look like when they do that kind of crap? It makes them look underhanded and shady. To them, it doesn't matter how they get their money as long as they get their money. And this is something that I feel needs to stop. It needs to stop. And you know why it needs to stop? Because it is going to cause nothing but turmoil between family and friends, like it kind of did this morning with me and my mom. And it needs to stop. Companies like Amazon with the Prime memberships and stuff, they need to be like, okay, so and so is the Prime account holder, and this bank card or credit card is the primary payment method, so we're only going to focus on that. If they do that, then fine. Again, if the person doesn't have the money or the funds in there, then they can't get access to the membership. They can't get access to the subscription for the month or whatever until they pay it. It's like seriously, this kind of crap needs to stop. It's what makes people not trust Amazon. It's what makes people not trust Kohl's in their membership, or Target in the memberships, or Walmart in the memberships, or Safeway, Lucky's, Albertsons, Macy's, JCPenney, Toys R Us, you name it. You know, any retail store internationally that offers the same privileges. It makes them not want to trust them, you know, anymore, because how can they trust them if, you know, they are determined to get the money one way or another? You know, they can't. Which is why it makes them, which is why if they do something like this, it makes them look shady. It makes them look desperate. And they shouldn't do that. If the primary payment method for the primary account holder is not available, you know, doesn't have the funds available to it, then that's it. Don't go and try to take it out on anybody else's account, because that is wrong. It is shady as, you know, it's shady as fuck. Excuse my language, God, but it is. And this is why you have companies like Amazon, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, Macy's, JCPenney, you name it, being taken to court by people because of this shady nonsense. And it's stuff that needs to stop. If they don't want to keep going to court, you know, because of these kind of shenanigans, underhanded shenanigans, if you will, underhanded business shenanigans, I should say. Like I said, underhanded business shenanigans, then they need to change their outlook. They need to change their, what's the word I'm looking for? They need to change their rules, okay? Because look, it's great if you do have other payment methods out there, but don't use those payment methods that might be other people's payment methods, you know, to basically cover somebody's monthly or yearly annual payments because of the fact that, oh, well, the primary one doesn't have it, so we'll go with here. No! That makes you look shady as fuck. Like I said, excuse my language, but it does. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop, you know, right now. Again, this is why you have all these companies that I mentioned being taken to court because of stuff like this, because of shady stuff like this. And it doesn't make them look good, and it basically drops any incentive of them getting new members for their memberships or their credit cards or whatever. It causes that to dip significantly. And that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be. They should be increasing, not decreasing. But because they pull crap like this, it's what causes stuff to happen. It's what causes stuff to happen. And it shouldn't be the case. But I just thought I'd get that off my chest, guys, before I clock into work. Let me know what your thoughts are overall on it. Have you ever dealt with something like that before? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Until next time, guys, I gotta get in. It's getting warm out here. I'm gonna try to get in somewhere cool before I have to come back out or maybe do cards while somebody's at lunch. But until then, talk to you later.